How's it going, everybody? So we're out in the shop, and in this episode we're doing something a little bit different. So y'all know that in the past I've had different people send me things to make stuff with, and today we're going to go through a package that I got sent. This is from Australia. A guy named Chris Steele sent me some stuff. Now, on the description of the package contents, it says high carbon steel and wood. So I'm assuming that there's steel and wood in here. And if there is, I'm going to go ahead and in this episode, I'm going to design a knife based on what's in here. Now, in the history of the channel, I've had a few people send me materials to work with. You know, Corey Scott, he sent me wood, an 80 CRV2, and I made a bunch of different builds with those materials. You know, we've had a lot of the really cool builds that we've done have had his scales on them. Like the Cable Damascus knife, those are scales that he did. The chopper knives that we've done different types of 80 CRV2 knives. The last giveaway knife that we did that Corey Newman won, that was made out of the 80 CRV2 that came from Corey Scott. So there are tons of stuff that I've done with people's materials that they've sent me. This is going to be no different. We are going to do a video series based on this, and that series is basically sponsored by Chris Steele. You know, he sent this stuff to me, and I'm just excited to see what's in it. You know, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I've made crazy things with simple stuff, but we'll see what's in here. So I haven't opened the package yet. I'm going to go ahead and do that on camera, and then we're going to see what's going on with that. So let's go ahead, let's come down here, let's see what we got. Okay, so got this right here. Let's go ahead and open it. Move everything down. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Tasmanian myrtle stabilized. That is awesome looking grain right there. Look at that. That's a good looking piece of wood right there. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So 26 C3 razor steel. It's got the full breakdown of everything on here. Like literally how to heat treat it, everything. That's the hardness, everything on there. That's really cool. I have not worked with this steel yet, so that is going to be fun. So we got our piece of steel right here. We got a little note here. Hi Eric, decided to send you some stuff to try on YouTube. The Tasmanian myrtle beech comes from the very south of the state and is one of my favorite timbers. It is stabilized so it would hold up well. The Swedish 26C3 is one of the most pure carbon steels you can get. It forges okay and can take a very nice hamon, but mostly I use it in kitchen and skinning knives as it takes a super fine edge at extreme hardness. A bit like 1095, but about twice as tough due to lack of impurities. Love your work. Keep it up. Best regards, Chris Steele. That is awesome, man. This is going to be really, really cool. He says that it it forges okay, but it seems like you would typically do stock removal with something like this. So what I'm going to do, whoop, the camera there a couple of times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and treat this two different ways. I'm going to draw something out and think of it as stock removal, and then decide if I want to forge it or not. We'll see, because this might be something that I work on whenever, let me pull y'all back up here for a second. Okay, so this might be something that I work on whenever I am doing the shop rebuild. So whenever I'm doing the shop rebuild, I won't be forging, like hardly at all, because the primary forge things are inside that, and I'm going to be removing everything. So the walls, the roof, everything's coming down, and I'll have to move some of that stuff inside here, and I probably won't forge that much in that process. So I might do this as stock removal, but I don't know just yet. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and bring y'all over and point you down at the little piece of paper right here, so that y'all can watch me actually draw this out. Then we'll go from there. So we're gonna start this off by going ahead and tracing the outline of the piece of steel that we have, because I want to be able to do this one primarily stock removal, and I'm going to end up giving you all a couple of options, so you'll see that as we progress through this. But we're going to start off with a nice simple handle, and I was basically tracing one of the handles that is going to be for a knife that y'all will see in the future that y'all are going to really like. So we've got that handle shape roughly how we want it, adjust it just a little bit to make more sense for the size of knife that we're doing. But we're going to go ahead, do just a nice sleek handle on this, and I've got plenty of space to do a decent sized blade on this, but for a chef's knife, this is going to be a pretty small knife compared to most chef's knives. This is going to have about a 5-inch cutting edge. Now, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Do I want more of a chopper, so it has more of a flat belly, or something that I can rock easily? And I decide on a little bit of both. It's got a nice flat area and a decent sweep up, so you can chop and rock if you want to. And as you can see, the blade itself is leaning more towards like a Gaiuto chef's knife. And once we get the profile where we want it, I go ahead and start figuring out where I want my ricasso to be, my plunge line, because that's really going to tailor where we put our handle at. So how far we come up with the handle towards that little finger choil area, and how much ricasso we're going to have showing. And I decided to have just a little bit of ricasso showing, but have it not be too crazy. So we've got that option there. We're calling that option 1. Then I decided to go ahead and give y'all an option that y'all have asked for a long time, and that is doing a hidden Tang knife and really maximizing the amount of steel that we got from Chris on this. So I took a template that I had made a while back for a hidden Tang knife that I haven't decided to make yet, and I decided to use something similar to that to start trying to figure out how I want this chef's knife to be. So with doing a hidden Tang, I can actually use more of the steel, so I was able to make a little bit larger blade. Now the cutting edge isn't going to be way longer, but it is going to be a little bit longer, and it's going to let me do something that I've wanted to do for a while, and do a handle that has a little bit more going on with it. And I'm going to talk about it a little more in the outro, but I know y'all have wanted me to do a hidden Tang for a while, and I feel like this is the perfect time, because the wood that we got from Chris is absolutely beautiful. And what we're going to do is just more of a traditional, camp knife style handle, and then go ahead and modify our edge just a little bit, because I do want this to still be a decent chef's knife style blade or cutting edge. But I will tell you, this took a lot of adjusting to figure out where I wanted the ricasso area, where I wanted the flats, where I wanted the plunge line. And whenever you see the end result in the outro, I think you're gonna like this, but I'm gonna give y'all two options, and this is the second one. Alright guys, so hopefully y'all liked the process of being able to see me design the knives and listen to why I did certain things certain ways. Now, when it comes down to it, I already have an idea of which knife y'all are going to have me make. But I'm going to show you both options anyways. So, option one, full tang knife. So, nice, sleek, simple chef's knife. We've got the wood handle here, full tang with leather inlays. I've been wanting to use leather in a handle for a while now. So I'm either going to do the inlays here or do it a little bit different, like what's on the other side of this piece of paper. But this right here is the full tang chef's knife. I really like this design, and I'll probably end up making it even if y'all don't choose this. I'll just make it with something else. So we have this one, or the knife that I'm like 95% sure y'all are going to go with. This one right here, the hidden tang knife, because y'all have been asking me to do one of these for forever and 10 years. Hidden tang knife. This will be the first hidden tang knife that y'all see on the actual channel. So, of course, hidden tang. We're going to have probably some type of steel here. It'll either be Damascus, Komai, or Kumai material, or just brass, or just copper. I haven't exactly decided yet. It's going to be one of those materials. And then what's behind here is a leather stack. So leather stack right here, because I've wanted to do a leather stack just for a while now. And then of course the wood on the handle. I think that this would actually look really beautiful on a hidden tang knife, because you can see all that grain all the way around it. So me personally, I'm kind of leaning towards option two. I think y'all are going to as well, but I want to know. Comment section down below. We going with option one, full tang knife. Option two, hidden tang knife. Now, one of the things that I will have to do is definitely refine those profiles just a little bit. I'm gonna have to cut them out, put them on template material, and then actually see if everything's exactly where it needs to be. And then we're gonna make those knives. So when it comes to the timeline of when this series would start, we've got to do a couple of things. For one, we got to finish the simple EDC knife by stock removal. What I'm probably going to go ahead and do is attach the handle scales tonight, shape them tomorrow, go ahead and get an edge put on it, and release that video on Sunday of me just completing that knife. So that build will be done. Then, of course, on Sunday, we're going to do the Shop Talk Tuesday build, where we're heat treating that knife. So we'll have that happening for Tuesday. And then the next series will start on Friday, which is either going to be one of two options. I'm either going to be making the two-handed drop point recurve chopper that's going to be like that long and have a huge handle, and it's just going to be nuts. Or I'm going to be making the 5 EDC knives out of this 1/4 inch thick 80 CRV2. These are the knives that I'm going to be selling, and the proceeds from this 100% are going to be going towards the shop build. So that's going to be 5 knives, which proceeds should at least let me buy 5 2x4s, because wood's ridiculously expensive right now. I mean, you can either invest in gold or invest in lumber. Either way, you become a millionaire. It's ridiculous. And I'm about to build a shop where a good portion of it is wood. It's terrifying. So we will have either one of those builds starting, and then after those, we will start this series. Y'all let me know. Option 1, full tang. Option 2, hidden tang. What are we making? Comment section down below. Also, I need y'all to thank Chris Steele for sending the materials that sparked my just mojo to design these knives. I love that. Guys, you do not have to be some crazy business to sponsor a series. This is cool. Chris Steele just sponsored a series just by sending me some steel and some wood. I think that's awesome. Corey Scott's done it. It's just amazing to be able to collab with just people around the world and utilize materials that y'all love. I think that that's really cool. Guys, I have a P.O. box in the description below. If y'all got a particular material that y'all love to work with, send it over. I'll try it out. I love that. Again, guys, y'all thank Chris Steele for being able to make this episode happen and make the series that we're going to make a hidden Tang happen. Chris Steele just gave y'all the opportunity to see me make the first hidden Tang on the channel. There you go. It's that simple. Guys, remember, send me stuff that y'all love working with. It does not have to be some crazy expensive thing or anything like that. If it's just scales that y'all think are awesome, send me them, tell me why you love them, tell me how you would use them, and then let me try and use them. If it's a particular type of steel, send it over. I'll try and use it. That stuff is awesome. I love doing things like that because it sparks my imagination and makes me want to do cool things. So there you go, guys. That's the end of this one. If y'all would, give this video a thumbs up, share this video or one of my other videos. And guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we have awesome things coming up. Thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for spending y'all's time with me. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll catch y'all next time.